So, my experience transitioning from an antiperspirant to a natural deodorant, my pits were knocking. Hey guys, so as you can see from the title, today we are talking all things natural deodorant. I'll be letting you guys know the reason why I switched from an antiperspirant to a natural deodorant, what my experience was adjusting, some tips, as well as all the natural deodorants that I use. So let's jump right in. So I've used regular antiperspirants for many years. I've tried so many, from roll-on, gel, creams, to solids and aerosols, and I've never really been 100% happy with any. I found that some of them were not as strong as I needed them to be, and the ones that were strong left a white cast on my armpits. I mean, I remember after a while, my white t-shirts would have yellow stains on them and it would absolutely drive me crazy. So I never really found that sweet spot of finding the perfect deodorant that was strong enough, that smelled good, that didn't leave a white cast on my armpits and didn't stain my t-shirts. So that was like the main reason why I decided to try out natural deodorants as an alternative. Another reason is I'm someone who's very passionate about natural products and natural ingredients. So if there's an alternative product that's just as good or even better, I'm willing to try it. Okay, before we get into my experience changing from an antiperspirant to a natural deodorant, I want to explain a few things. Although people use the words antiperspirant and deodorant interchangeably, they're actually two very different things. So simply put, antiperspirants combat sweating. So it doesn't actually stop your body from sweating, it just blocks it. Aluminium is the main ingredient in almost all antiperspirants, and what it does is it blocks your sweat ducts and prevents you from sweating. Deodorant, on the other hand, combats odor, so it allows your body to sweat naturally and flush out bad bacteria. One thing to note is sweat isn't actually what smells. Your sweat coming into contact with the bad bacteria that lives on your skin is what causes odor. So while you may not have the help of the aluminum in the antiperspirants that prevents your body from sweating, therefore prevents your body from smelling, some natural deodorants actually do get rid of your BO by neutralizing the odor-causing bacteria on the surface of your skin. So antiperspirants, sweat, deodorants, odor. So I've wanted to transition ever since I heard about natural deodorants a few years ago, but I was dreading the adjustment period. Finally, about 6 months ago, I decided to take the plunge and do it. And the first 2 weeks, nothing was cute. My pits were knocking. I transitioned during summer in Los Angeles, so I was sweating a lot. But luckily, I was able to limit the amount of times that I was going outside into the world with my funky pits. So in week 2, I got a really bad rash on my underarms. It was red, it was sore, it was just terrible. So I went on Twitter to do some digging to find out like what the hell is going on. And I found that there were a few people that had also experienced rash. And I later found out that it may have been that the level of baking soda in that natural deodorant was too high for my pH. So then I just switched it out for another natural deodorant that had less baking soda. Which brings me to my next point. There are so many mixed reviews about natural deodorants. Some people feel like it doesn't work, some people feel like it does. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Everyone's body chemistry is different. Everyone's pH is different. What deodorant may work for me might not work for you, and vice versa. That's why it's very important to find a formula that's right for you. I also found that using a clay mask really helped to speed up the adjustment period. So I just took an Aztec clay and I mixed a bit of apple cider vinegar and water and made it into a paste, and I just put it on my armpits for a few minutes, and I found that really sped up the adjustment period. All in all, my adjustment period, I would say, took about 4 weeks. It took about 4 to 5 weeks. I think more so on 5, because I started using the clay mask quite late because I didn't know that you can actually use a mask to speed up the process. So I think that's why it took a bit longer. There are so many clay masks on the market for your detox period, but I find that the Aztec works perfectly for me. Okay, so on to the natural deodorants that I use. When I started transitioning, the first deodorant I was using was this crystal stick from Amazon. I got it from Amazon. It's a Thai crystal deodorant stick, and it looks like this, just like a normal crystal stick. So I'm not crazy about this deodorant just because it's unscented and I prefer scent. Like, it's absolutely no scent. So if you are someone who is sensitive to scent and prefers an unscented natural deodorant, then this probably is the best option for you. Next is Lone Deodorant. I really enjoy this one. This is the Bold and Sweet Lavender. I've been through about 4 of these. This is probably my 4th one. This is an empty, so I'm out, but I wanted to show you guys how it looks. You just twist this and the deodorant comes up. It's more of a creamy consistency, and personally I prefer more of like a solid stick, but I mean this one worked quite well. You can only get it online through their online store though, so I was on the hunt for a deodorant that worked just as well as Lone but was more accessible to me, and I found Native. This is by far the best natural deodorant that I've ever used. I absolutely love this stuff. It's the coconut vanilla scent, and oh my god, it's absolutely amazing. I find that this one works perfectly for me. I love the smell. I'm fresh throughout the day. Highly recommend Native. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're someone who uses natural deodorants, I'd love to hear what your experience was transitioning. If you're kind of on the fence and haven't really decided if you're going to switch or not, I'd love to hear what your reservations are. And if you're someone who uses an alternative and makes your own deodorants or even uses lemon water, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.